Let's start chapter 6. It is starting point of inferential statistics. Today I'm gonna introduce what does it mean, the simple random sampling. What is inferential statistics? We'd like to estimate population characteristic using sample. That's we call inferential statistics. How big the population? Well, it depends on some research, but for example, in case of some election problem, it can be population is 100 million, and sample can be 1,000 or 1,500. How come using that kind of small sample can you estimate the population characteristic? That's the power of statistics. We get into there, that is inferential statistics. But if you collect a small sample from large population, yeah, definitely there is some difference between population characteristic and sample characteristic. To reduce that kind of difference, we are thinking many theory. The first thing is how we select a sample which can estimate population well. There are many sampling methods, but the most simple one, to develop theory, we rely on this simple random sampling. It means all elements of a population have the same probability of being selected. How can you select a sample? By using simple random sampling. Suppose you have, let's say, the 40 students of class. I'm going to select 3 students. How are you going to select them? Maybe you can write down all your name and put it in your head and mix it and select one, like the lotto selection. Well, that is example of simple random sampling. I mean, all students has equal chance of being selected. Well, but in case of a big population, you cannot write down whole name. Therefore, sometimes they use a random number table. It is numbers from 0 to 9. I mean, traditional textbook, they introduce a random number table, but we are using computer society. Now we are applying the computer random number generator. Easted has this module. We'll introduce this Easted module. But there is two different kind of random sampling. One is with replacement. The other one is without replacement. Simply, when you select a element, put it back, and then select it again, we call it that is with replacement. Without replacement, I mean once you select them, you don't put it back. Practically, I mean almost all survey is without replacement. Just familiar with this notation. Suppose you have 50 students. You want to select 3 of them. How we are gonna do that? Used to make a list of students, okay, like student ID or just the sequential number ID 1, 2, 3, something like that. And then you are ready to select using the random number generator like Easted. Are you ready to use Easted? www.easted.me, then click Easted U button. Then can you see this module, uniform random number? Click this module. It looks like this. Out of 50 students, Suppose you have a class list and you put in sequential number. How can you select them? Well, simply in case of 1 to 50 ID, write down uniform 150, and it is the integer number cases. You want to select 3%, and then just click this one. These are the person you selected randomly. Computer do like shuffling of your name in the hat. They did a shuffling and they provide you this kind of random numbers. It imitates real sampling. Every sampling has the list of all the population. We call it that is a sampling frame. From there, they apply this kind of random number generator. There are many kinds of sampling, but today I'll just introduce this simple random sampling. Next class, we are going to discuss some more theory, which is very important.